So it was just my grandma, my mother, my older sister Angela, my older brother John, and my youngest sister Alyssa. And we were basically quite close to each other. Radio Disney was my music station. Like there was Hilary Duff, there was Jesse McCartney, there was like the Lion King soundtrack, there was Aaron Carter, and all that other fun people. But basically I remember like making my sister dial crazy every time there was a contest, and she was a pretty competitive person. So we also kept calling this one network called KDIS, and I would basically win movie tickets and toys and giveaways, basically anything that a kid would have wanted back then. Yeah. So I got a lot of movie premiere tickets, and that was pretty cool because I could boast to my friends saying, oh, I already saw that movie. But I always grew up with the fear of heights. So I wouldn't go on elevators, I wouldn't go on escalators, I wouldn't go on swings unless someone held on to me, and I would still cry and cry and cry. The only time I'd actually be okay with heights is if I was on a slide, but I would still get that tingly feeling when I was going down the slide because basically I'm afraid of heights. And even though I'm trying to conquer that fear today, I'm still having that little feeling. I'm still afraid of heights, but I'm getting better at it. I mean, I could go on bridges and elevators and escalators and swings and slides and all that other stuff. My childhood, I was really into dogs, which I find funny, but I was really afraid of them until I got my dog, Dino. And I would always be reading, I'm not sure if you guys read it, but a little horse pony series called Pony Pals. It's by Jean Benecourt, but I would always read it. It would be like, I don't know, my Hunger Games per se, but yeah, I really enjoyed reading it. Horses, ponies, wolves, cats, dogs. I also read a lot of Animal Arc, and I would be drawing horses like 24/7. I actually never rode on a horse before, so I find that quite funny. Disney Channel was a big factor of my life. I'm a really big Disney kid. So Disney Channel, Cartoon Network. I think I watched PBS when I was a kid, or maybe I remember watching it when I was in 4th grade, but I'm not sure if that's really considered a kid. But I did watch PBS. I went to various schools as a kid, so I was forced to make a lot of new friends, and I would say that I tried to be as open as I can, but as a kid I was unable to accept people like making new friends. I'll be like, oh, you remind me of someone, so I don't like you. I'll be like, oh, she reminds me of that girl, I should be her friend. Or I'll be like, no, you're reminding me too much of someone. Nope, I don't want to be your friend, leave me alone, just leave me alone. So I was pretty much a loner. I remember being bullied a lot, not physically, but verbally and emotionally. So I would be like, I don't know, sad, but I always complain like, I don't have friends, and I'll be like, oh, maybe that's why, because we didn't accept them for her. So yeah, I had a very weird childhood. Yeah, I would say that my best friend would have been my stuffed animal. Daughters today. I don't know where he is, but I would have told him everything. And I was one of those kids who was into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that other fun trading card games. I was into collecting action figures. I used to have like a huge collection of toys that I would play with. And I used to have a lot of stuffed animals, and I'll talk to them like every night and I'll play with them. So I was a really imaginative kid, and yeah, I never cooked, so I'm not a good chef, cooker, whatever, but I love cookies and brownies, and I'll just love watching my sister make them. I don't know, but yeah. That'll be it. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube for more videos. Bye!